Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the fourth and final video of the region previews. Steve, I started us out with the East. You did the West. I just did the South. If you haven't seen those videos, go watch them. They're very entertaining. We promise they're very entertaining. Steve, there's one last region to go through. I've already done two, and you've only done one. So, Steve, I think that means that you get the last one. And that last region, like I said, is the Midwest. A region that is kind of dominated by their one seed here in Michigan. Steve, their first game, the winner of UMBC and Howard. Is this even a question? Do we even have to talk about this one?
Dill, I don't know if you heard by the sound of my mouse click, but I already picked Michigan.
I did not hear it. All right, that's a quick one. Is it a 20-point game, a 30-point game?
I think they go back to their old ways. I think this is a
They blow 'em out.
40-point
Wow,
win.
that's a big win. That's a big win. Okay, you heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a blowout for Michigan. Steve, the second game, Georgia and St. Louis, 8-9 games. We've already talked about it. These are all coin flips, man. And I think this is another one. You got Georgia, you got St. Louis.
Oh, man, Dill, this one was probably Clemson, Iowa was probably the toughest 8-9. This is the second toughest 8-9 in my opinion. I think, man, like going with my gut here, I'm saying St. Louis. I think St. Louis is more than just, the faulty mid-major team. I think they can pull it out. I think they can get a good win against Georgia.
Love it. Yeah, great pick. Moving on, we have a banged-up Texas Tech team versus an Akron team that has kind of made a little bit of a dynasty run here as of late in the MAC. Do you have Texas Tech or do you have the Akron Zips getting their upset?
Oh, Dill, man. 17-1, only lost to that Miami, Ohio team. They ran the table. They won the conference tournament. Whew. Man, I don't know what to think, Dill. Line was 10.5. It's all the way down to 7.5. It was bought down almost 4 points there. Like, America is definitely on the Akron Zips in this game.
Yeah.
For a 5-12 upset. I'm rolling with them. I'm taking the Akron Zips in this game. I think they can pull it out.
Love it. Love it. Love the pick. Next, we're going to Alabama and Hofstra, a Hofstra team that has maybe not gotten the publicity that it deserves. I think now that it's in March, people are starting to realize how good this team is. And then Alabama, Steve, I don't know. Did you hear the news about Aiden Holloway?
I did not. What is the news?
Aiden Holloway got caught with the possession of a lot of marijuana. A lot of marijuana.
You're lying. Are you lying right now?
I am not lying. It's kind of breaking news
Wow.
a couple hours ago. I saw two reports. One said that it was a couple pounds, and then one report said it was 100 pounds. I don't think the 100 pounds is true. I think it's a couple pounds. 100 pounds is kind of egregious. Steve, if Aiden Holloway is out for March Madness, does that affect this game at all, or is it just like Alabama all the way, high-powered offense?
I don't think it affects them in this game, but that definitely affects their ceiling going forward. I'm taking Alabama in this game no matter what. This Aiden Holloway news that I just heard of, but
yeah,
that's a big deal because he is their, besides LeBaron Philon, like he is their go-to guy offensively when they need a bucket.
For sure. Next matchup, we got the 6th seed Tennessee versus the play-in game. SMU, I think the first team in, and then the last team in, Steve, Miami, Ohio. Do they have any chance here, Steve? Do they have a chance to win a game and then make, I guess, the true bracket of the round of 64, or is it just SMU? They're just too good. And then who wins against Tennessee?
Dill, I'm going with SMU in that play-in game. I think watching Miami, Ohio, just because, they went on the run and they're putting all their games on ESPN, and I'm just naturally watching it, that I'm not impressed by this team. Like, I'm not that impressed. Like, there's definitely credit where credit is due. Like, you're in a good conference with Akron and Kent State and teams like that, and you went undefeated in the regular season. Like, there's definitely, like, that's worth something. But pound for pound, looking at the skill, and size differences of these two teams, man, I got SMU in that game, and then I got Tennessee over whoever wins that game. I think
Gotcha.
Tennessee is a quite the underrated 6th seed. I kind of hate that they're matched up in the same area as Virginia because I'm also big on Virginia, and I think Tennessee could have beat a 3 seed in another part of this bracket. But spoiler alert, I'm taking Virginia too. I'm really big on this Virginia team as well. I think Virginia has potential to make it to the Elite Eight. I still haven't decided. I will decide once I get to that point. But yeah, I got Virginia and Tennessee.
Number 7 seed Kentucky against the number 10 seed Santa Clara. Steve, Santa Clara sneaking into the bracket, making it a 3-bid WCC. Does Santa Clara win here? I know that Kentucky has been a bit overrated all season. You're not the biggest fan of them, but at the end of the day, it is Kentucky basketball. Who do you got?
Dill, I got Santa Clara, man. I'm just not sold on this Kentucky team. I just think they're kind of sleepwalking this whole season, and I think that's kind of what's
Sure.
scary about picking against them right now is that, man, if they woke up and they somehow put together the talent that they have on this team into the put it on the court, man, like they could go out there and compete with a lot of these teams. But I'm just gonna go with my gut of just like what has transpired this season and where they're at now. I got Kentucky, or I got Santa Clara. I don't think Kentucky has what it takes.
And then last game, 2 versus 15, Iowa State versus a very fun and exciting Tennessee State team. The bet spread opened up at 24.5. It's now down to 23.5. I guess the people like this Tennessee State team. Does that change your mind at all, or is it just Iowa State all day?
I think it's actually the opposite way around. Though it's opened at 23.5 and it's up to 24.5 now. So
Gotcha.
I guess that
Yeah,
means
you're right.
people are like, oh,
You're
Iowa
right.
State. But I mean, that's not a big difference enough for it to really mean anything to me.
Yeah.
Um, no, I like this Iowa State team deal. I think they'll take care of business here. I think you look at their track record against low major teams, not non-power five of power four opponents. I like them in this game, and I think I like them to cover the spread too.
Michigan and St. Louis. Steve, you picked St. Louis, right?
I did.
Yeah, Michigan and St. Louis. Does Robbie Avila somehow find a way to get it done, or is this Michigan team just too good?
No, no chance. Michigan steamrolls them. I don't think anybody on this side of the bracket will be able to compete with the size of Michigan. I think if you go back up and look at some of these other brackets with Purdue, like you just saw Purdue beat them, and Michigan State and UConn. Like there's a couple of other 2 and 3 seeds that I think could be matchup nightmares for Michigan. Not matchup nightmares. They could be matchup problems. But I just don't see anyone on this side of the bracket that could give them a problem.
Yep. Akron and Alabama. Does Akron's Cinderella run end here, or do they find a way to get it done?
Dill, I got Akron going all the way to the
Go.
Sweet 16, the double
Let's
upset
go.
Texas Tech and Alabama. No basis on this at all, just an absolute gut feeling. Like, I think they can get it done.
That's funny you say that, Steve. I actually also have Akron in my Sweet
You're
16, so
lying. That's funny.
I'm not lying. You're not alone here, Steve. I like Akron a lot, and
Wow.
especially if this Alabama news and in hallway news is real, and he actually has to sit out for whatever it is. I don't know. We're gonna have more information on that later, but kind of crazy stuff there. Really bad timing on Alabama's part, but fun Akron team. I'm glad to see him in the Sweet 16. Tennessee and Virginia, Steve. 2 high-powered offenses. Does Virginia find a way to just keep the Tennessee team at bay and win this game?
Oh, Dill. I think I'm going to go with Tennessee in this game. I like Tennessee. Nate Ament, man, and when he has got it rolling for him, I think he had
Yeah.
the one bad game in the tournament, in the SEC tournament, that kind of got them knocked out, and they were still up there competing.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I definitely think that Tennessee, as long as Nate Ament is hot offensively, and Jacoby Gillespie can provide some type of like secondary like offensive capability, I think they can go pretty far.
Gotcha. And then last but not least, Santa Clara and Iowa State. Is this just Iowa State's game just to lose, or is this not even close?
Yeah, this is Iowa State's game to lose. They win this one pretty easily.
Great. Moving on, top of the bracket in the Sweet 16. Steve, a little fun fact for you: number one seeds are 20-0 against 12 seeds. They've never lost, which is actually a better win percentage than against 16 seeds. Is this the first year that a 12 seed can beat a one seed, or is it just not even close? Michigan just steamrolls them.
That was my mouse clicking Michigan.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
So not even close.
yeah, not even close. No, like I said, I don't think there's a. Let me just go ahead and click Michigan to the Final Four at this point. Yeah, I just don't even think it's close. Still, I just can't imagine a game Michigan playing that even if they're not hitting their shots from outside, that they're not just absolutely destroying teams.
And
Um,
then last game in this kind of Sweet 16 region, Tennessee and Iowa State. Who you got?
Dill, I got Tennessee winning this game. I think Tennessee figures it out and gets all the way to Elite Eight, but they will run into a wall against Michigan, and Michigan
Yeah,
will head to the Final Four. So we got Arizona, Michigan, Duke, and Houston in our Final Four.
love it, Steve. And I know you're a big fan of this Tennessee team, but I think you could say that you're an even bigger fan of this Michigan team. So if it somehow plays out that we have 3 1 seeds and then Houston as the 4th seed, that's a very talented Final Four, and some may argue the best 4 teams in the entire nation, like we had last year. So,
Yeah, very
Steve,
chalky.
very chalky. We'll see how it goes. Maybe there's all 16 seeds in the Final Four this year. You never know. So, Steve, I love doing this with you. A lot of fun, guys. If you watched all the way to the end, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Like I said, we have 3 other videos like this one. We have the South region, we have the West region, we have the East region. Please go watch them, man. We love all the views that we can get. But if you did watch all the way to the end, thank you for that. We appreciate you, and we'll be pumping out March Madness content all month. Ain't that right, Steve?
Definitely, for sure, man.
Let's go. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.